Hello and welcome to this core stability series. Today I'm going to take you through a few exercises that are going to be fantastic to build strength, stability, balance and coordination. So we'll get straight into it. So for today's class we need a TheraBand, okay, like this, and a Swiss ball. So we're going to start off with our side walking. So we can hook the band around our ankles, create a bit of tension through there. And we're just going to do some side walking, so slightly bent knees, keeping the tension in the band and just walking from left to right on your mat. So it's fantastic, this one, for working our stabilizing muscles around our hips. Really good to train this for our running, our hiking, cycling, any kind of sport. So when we're doing this exercise, make sure there's nice tension in the band the whole time. We're not walking and releasing, walking and releasing. So let's maximize the amount of time that band is tensioned. And let's keep going. So by now you'll be feeling some sensation around the hips. So there's a couple of variations with this, okay? We can bring it a little bit higher. Okay, that will just lower the intensity a little bit if you're finding it's too much work around those hips. We can have it on our ankles like we did before, so side walking, that creates a bit more tension. Or we can go onto the ends of our feet, so just wrap them around the toes and then walk in, so that will increase the tension again. So have a play around with these few different modifications, but let's keep walking for now. Working those hip muscles. And then take a breather. Okay, just standing up nice and tall. We're now going to get into our hip hinge position. We're just challenging the hips in a slightly different pattern. So nice flat back, hands out in front, and then walking the other end of your mat. So it just adds a different variation into your strength, stability around those hips. And then when we get to the end of the mat, we're going to stand back up again, nice and tall for our tall walk. Just take a breather at any point. And then stopping at the end of the mat, standing up nice and tall, give the legs a shake out, and let's go again, hip hinge over, and walking again. So the glutes are really, or the hips are really the first place to look for if you're having issues with knees, with feet, because how our hips stabilize will affect how the leg functions underneath us. So stand up nice and tall, and let's go again. And it's not always just a strength issue. It's not about building strength and big glutes. It's about building coordination and balance and good movement through those hips as well. Then come here, take a breather. We're going to do one more set of that. So folding forward, hip hinge, and then walking. When we get to the end of your mat, we're going to stand up nice and tall, and let's go again. So by now you'll be feeling something in and around the side of the hips. Okay, good work. Right, let's drop that band down. And let's grab our Swiss ball. So we've mentioned before around our plank, and our plank being a fantastic exercise for building core strength and stability, but it's very much a static exercise. whereas when we introduce the Swiss ball, we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic, and you'll notice straight away when we get up on this ball that it's quite a lot challenging. So if it's your first time using a Swiss ball in this plank, I just want you to start out on your knees and just holding the plank like so. Okay, if you're nice and comfortable doing that, then I want you just coming up into our plank position, holding the ball. So straight away we've got an unsteady surface, so we're having to work extra hard to stabilize here. So we're just going to hold that here, push through the elbows, nice flat back, stay strong through the hips. We're going to hold it here. Keeping that breath nice and fluid. Okay, a couple more breaths here. And then drop into the knees. And take a breather. So we're going to do 2 more sets of that. And we're going to integrate some more movement into the equation. So let's go again. Coming up onto the ball. Staying here if this is challenging enough for you. Coming up into the full plank. If this is challenging for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, I want you to rotate that ball underneath you. So only the shoulders are moving in this position. Okay, it's called stirring the pot, this exercise. A really good one for intensifying the plank. Let's rotate the other way now. Drop into the knees at any point. Okay, and then coming down. Let's just take a breather. It's the importance of that exercise, bringing in that dynamic movement. So we're training the whole abdominal wall to function to its form. Okay, so if you look at the abdominal wall and how the musculature is set up, we've got all these different angles of muscle fibers. So if we exercise the abdominal wall in one plane of motion, that's something. The minute we start moving it around and start recruiting more of those musculature around the abdominals, then we're getting a huge bang for buck for this exercise. So let's go again, 3rd set. Let's get the elbows right up on the ball. Okay, and let's come up again. So coming up onto our plank. Let's stay here if this is challenging enough for you. If you want to take it a step further, we're going to rotate and stir that ball below. And then rotating the other way. And then stopping, and then coming down. Good work. Okay, let's put the ball over to the side. We're going to get into our bridge sequence. So coming down on the mat, hands by your side. Now the knees are going to be about fist width apart, and we're going to drive the hips up. We're going to come up onto our heels. And if this is challenging enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, we're going to raise the left knee up and we're going to hold it here. So let's keep the breath nice and fluid here, driving up that right hip, staying nice and straight through the hips. Keep lifting that right hip up. And then we're going to come down with that left heel, place it on the mat, and then coming up with our right hip. So let's hold it here. Keep it nice and strong in that left hip. And again, this exercise is great for highlighting any imbalances between left and right. Let's hold it here. And then lower that right heel down and drop to the mat. Okay, let's get set up for our second rep. So coming up onto the heels, drive the hips up. If this is challenging for you to stay here, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, we're going to bring that left knee up. And if you want to take it one step further again, we're going to lower the hip down just above the mat. Then we're going to drive back up. Coming down just above the mat and up. Coming down and up. Coming down and up. 2 more times. Coming down and up. Last one. Down and up. Good work. Bringing that left heel down and raising the right knee up. So staying here if this is challenging for you. If you want to take it a step further, we're going to lower that hip down just above the mat and then driving back up. Coming down just above the mat and driving back up. Going to come down just above the mat and up. Got 2 more. Down and up. And 1 more. Down and up. Good work. Coming down, dropping the hips down. Take a breather. Okay. Ready for our 3rd set. So, driving the hips up. Come up onto the heels. Okay, if this is challenging enough for you, stay here. If you want to take it to the second modification, lifting the left knee up and staying nice and strong through those hips. Stay here if this is challenging. No need to go any further. If you want to take it a step further, let's slowly lower the hips down just above the mat and up. Coming down and up. Coming down and up. Coming down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Let's swap sides. Left heel down on the ground. Raising the right knee up. Stay here if this is challenging. Let's see how controlled you can do this. Keeping good form. If you want to take it a step further, let's lower the hips down just above the mat and up. Coming down and up. Coming down just above the mat and up. Coming down and up. We're going to do 2 more. Coming down and up. Last one. Down and up. Good work. Okay. Coming up into sitting and coming up into standing. Okay, so we're going to get into our squat pattern now. So feet shoulder width apart, toes can be pointing out slightly, hands out in front, and we're going to come down nice and slowly into our squat. So it's really important we keep the knees in line with the toes. They're not rolling in. So we're pushing the knees out, we're reaching out in front, and we're breathing into our belly. So it doesn't matter which degree you come down in this squat. If we're up here and we're feeling something, then that's absolutely fine. So just find that sweet spot where it's challenging, you keep in good form. Take a few breaths here, nice and calm. nice and slowly. Give the legs a shake out. And let's go again. So, feet shoulder width apart, hands out in front. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's sink down nice and slowly. Arms out in front. Breathing into our belly. Let's keep the back nice and tall. Draw the shoulders back. And then coming up nice and slowly. And give the legs a shake out. Okay, let's get ready for our third and final set. So feet shoulder width apart, hands out in front. Take a deep breath in. And then coming down nice and slowly. Tall back. Even weight through the feet. And let's hold it here. Couple more breaths here. And then coming up nice and slowly. Good work. Okay, let's grab our Swiss ball again for our second round of stirring the pot. So if you don't have a ball today, you can always just hold a plank for now until you pick one up. So lining up the Swiss ball, coming up onto the forearms onto the ball. And let's go. Coming up nice and strong and holding the plank. Okay, if you want to take it a step further, we're going to start stirring that ball underneath us. Okay, it's a challenging move this. So drop to the knees at any point. Coming the other way, rotating to the left. We're going to hold it. We're going to roll it out just in front. And then we're going to drop down to the knees. Good work. Okay, take a breather here. And let's get ready for our second set. So bringing the ball up to the front of the mat, interlace the fingers, and coming up into our plank position. So make sure the hips are nice and strong here. And if this is challenging for you, stay here, no need to take it any further. You can drop to the knees at any point. If you do want to take it to the next step, let's start stirring that ball, but make sure the hips stay still and we're just moving that ball underneath us. And then coming round to the left now. Holding. And then drop into the knees. Good work, take a breather. And let's get set up for our third set. So roll the ball out in front. And let's get into our plank position. So coming up. Let's hold it here. If this is challenging for you, stay here. If you want to take it a step further, we're going to rotate that ball underneath us, going round to the right. And then coming round to the left. And then holding. And then dropping to the knees. Good work. Okay, let's get back onto our TheraBand for our side walks. So just hooking this around the ankles. Starting at one end of the mat, standing up nice and tall. We're going to step to the side, raise the right leg off the ground and slowly move it towards the left foot, and repeat, coming up and slowly bringing it closer, stepping, lifting, holding, then coming closer, stepping out, lifting, and now to come closer, coming down, lifting, and now to come a bit closer. Okay, let's go to the other side now. So plant that right foot, lift the leg, hold it, and allow to come closer. Stepping out, lift, hold, and then coming back. Step out, lift that leg, hold it there, then coming back. Stepping out with the right foot, lifting the left, hold it there, and draw it in. And one last little step, out, hold, and draw it in. Okay, take a quick breather here. Let's get ready for our second set. So stepping out with the left foot, lifting the right foot off, holding, and slowly allow to come closer. Left leg out, lift the right leg up, hold it, and allow to come in. Left leg out, raise the right, hold it, and coming down. Step out, lift the right leg, hold, and draw it. Left leg out, raise the right leg up, hold, and allow to come in. Then coming back the other way. Right leg out, raise that left leg, hold, and draw in. Right leg out, lift the leg left up, hold, and draw in. Right leg out, lift the left leg up, hold, and draw it in. Right leg out, lift the leg up, hold it. And one last step, stepping out, lift the left leg up, hold. Good work, give the legs a shake out now. It's a hard one, that one. And let's get ready for our third and final set. So, left leg out, raise the right leg up, hold it, and let's hold it there. And then slowly bring it in. So we're just working on control here, balancing that standing leg. So left leg being the standing leg, we're raising that right leg up, having to stabilise on that left side, hold it, and allow it to draw in. Left leg out, raise the right leg up, let's hold it there, and draw it in. So we're not racing through this, we're working on nice control, step with that left leg, raise the right leg up, and bring it in. And again, left leg out, raise the right leg up, and draw it in. Left step, raise the right leg up, hold it, and in. Okay, one more set going back the other way. Standing nice and tall, right leg out, lift the left leg up and hold it, and draw it in. Right leg out, lift the left leg up, hold it, and draw it in. Right leg out, left leg up, hold it, and draw it in. Right leg out, left leg up, hold it, and draw it in. Right leg out, left leg up, hold it, and draw it in. One last little step, out, standing, hold, and draw in. Good work. Okay, just drop that up to the side for our final abdominal exercise for the day. So coming down onto the mat, laying onto our back, knees about fist width apart, interlace the fingertips. Okay, tuck the chin in and let's roll up our chest off the mat, draw the shoulders back. Okay, we can gently hold our neck if we need to, but don't pull on it. And we're going to rotate to the left and we're going to extend the right leg out and hold it, and then coming up. Rotating to the right, extend the left leg out, and let's hold it, and then up. Rotate to the left, extend the right leg out, and hold it, and up. Left leg out, rotating to the right, and hold it, and up. And on this next one, we're going to extend the right leg out and we're just going to hold it there. Okay, so maintain a nice flat back on the floor. Draw the pelvis in. Just keep holding that leg out. And then swapping sides, coming up. Rotate into the other side. Extend that left leg out and hold it. Tuck that chin in. And then coming up. One more time on each side. Extend that right leg out. Just hold it there. And coming up, extend that left leg out, let's hold it there. And then coming up and dropping the back down. Okay, we're going to do one more set of that, so take a breather. And when we're ready, interlace the fingers. Tuck the chin in, roll the upper back off the mat, and let's start rotating. So coming over to the left hand side, extend the right leg out and hold it. Let's keep holding it there. Make sure that lower back stays flat on the mat. Then coming up, rotating to the right, extend the left leg out. Let's hold it there. Then coming up, extend that right leg out, tuck the chin into the chest, let's hold it there. Coming up, one more time on each side, extend that left leg out, roll the back up, tuck the chin in, keep the lower back flat on the mat. Just hold it there, and then up. And one last time on the right hand side. In control. And then coming up. Good work, guys. So extend the legs out. That's how we finish all our sessions. Lying flat on our back. Open up the feet. Open up the hands to the ceiling. And let's take this moment just to absorb that workout. Half an hour session. Let's get our breathing back. Let's try and inhale 4 to 6 seconds in, holding right at the top of the breath. And then exhale, making the duration of the exhale the same as the inhale. Emptying the lungs. You might want to put one hand on the stomach, one on the chest, just to see where you're breathing from. Let's move away from that upper chest breathing. Let's direct that breath down into our diaphragm, down into our belly. So it's a great way to finish any session. Just getting the breath back into check. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you learned something. Hope it was challenging. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on the mat tomorrow. Thank you.